life possible. Today we're making one of my favourite Thai soups, the most subtle and delicate of soups in Thailand. It's tom kha gai, and it's really easy to make. I'm going to show you in a few minutes. What you'll need is 2 chicken thighs. I prefer chicken thighs because of the bone in. It gives the soup a lot more flavour. And what you'll have to do is cut those up, heat your coconut milk and stock, and then add your herbs and flavourings. It's simple as that. So to start off, I'm just going to cut my chicken thighs with a cleaver knife, just so that it's easy enough to eat when you're eating the soup. For those who can't stand different cuts of chicken, I understand you can use breast meat. It'll just have a different flavour and a different texture. Get through those bones. So our chicken is ready. I'm going to go wash my hands and prepare the herbs. So now that my hands are clean and ready, I'm going to go on to prepare the herbs that go into our soup. You'll just need a medium-sized saucepan, and what we're going to do is just add a can of coconut milk into the saucepan and some good chicken stock. You can learn the basic principles of stock making in my previous video. Just click the cup right here. So we need a thumb of galangal. Galangal is in the ginger family, but it's nowhere near as strong as ginger. It's what characterizes this soup. So cut it into just simple discs. This is what's going to add a really nice subtle fragrance to the dish. And then we need lemongrass. I have 3 here, and just roughly cut 2. Make sure they're washed already. Sometimes you'll find this soup with very finely chopped lemongrass. I find it a bit difficult to eat, so I'm just using big chunks so you can avoid it. But definitely lemongrass makes a wonderful smell. And we have some chili here. I'm just going to use 3, but adjust to how hot you can handle it. And again, I'm just doing a rough, big chunky chop here so that you can definitely avoid your chili. In that goes. And the other ingredients I have here is a beautiful oyster mushroom. You can also use straw mushrooms if you can get your hands on them for this dish. And I've got some lime, which adds a nice tartness to the soup later, which cuts through that coconut milk. Some coriander, and also we've got the classic kaffir lime. Now I'm going to put my stove onto a medium to high heat. We don't want to boil this coconut milk, otherwise we'll get it to split, and that's a bad news situation. So here I have kaffir lime leaves, as said before, but these here are little red shallots. I'm just going to cut mine in half. They've been peeled already, while we wait for the stock to come up to a nice temperature. No, not too bad. And what I'm going to do with the mushrooms, I'm just going to take them off their little base so that they become free soldiers. Roll your limes before you squeeze them. It gets the juice out. I'm going to cut mine in half, ready for later, as it all happens very quickly. You don't ever want a really super high heat when you're cooking chicken, because that's what makes the muscles shrink and become really tough. So it's starting to get hot now. It hasn't started to bubble, but I can tell that it's almost there. So I'm going to start lowering my chicken in. I like the skin on mine too. Just like the bone, it adds really good flavour. So keep stirring around, make sure that your chicken's getting heated on all the surface areas, much surface area. My chicken's looking like it's almost there, so I'm going to add the onions now. And then with my kaffir lime leaves, good little trick is just to bruise them a little by just ripping them up a little bit in your hands. It smells good. Next comes the lime. First I use my hand as a little sieve so that the seeds don't go through. One lime is just enough. It's not too sour like a tom yum, but it still cuts through that richness of the coconut milk. And lucky last, we put the mushrooms in. Oh, and don't forget the coriander. I'm just going to roughly break that up. And get it in the pot. Shouldn't need too much salt because of that stock. Now let's go serve. So the moral of the story is don't be afraid of a bunch of herbs. How easy was that? So for the full recipe, go to ponytailjournal.com where you can shop my looks and follow my funnest life possible. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram @ponytailjournal for all the delicious things in life and much more. For Facebook people, you can hit me up, Ponytail Journal, and please subscribe to this channel. I'll have much more goodness to come. Until next time, bon appetit. สวยๆกอดน้องอาการหนาวร้อนคงจะหายหมดแล้วหนาวร้อนร้อนจ๋าช่วยอายไว้แน่ช่วยทีดีแท้ช่วยเป็นยาแก้ที่หนาวร้อน